Good morning. Welcome to day 10 on the Sanabres. That's our accommodation behind us, and we're a bit slow to get going this morning. I think it's about 8:05. We had such a great stay there. I really highly recommend Terra Alma. It's not much to do in the village at As Eiras, but that accommodation is first rate, and we had a vegetarian meal last night which was really good. We just loved it. You do get a bit, what's the word for vegetables, not desperate, you get a bit devoid of sufficient vegetables, I think, sometimes on this Camino. So to sit down for that vegetarian meal last night was just amazing. And Tom, who's from Texas, he was there as well, so we shared a meal with Tom. It was a really nice evening. Anyway, it's about 10 degrees, very beautiful morning. It's going to be a top of 23 today, and no rain forecast, but partly cloudy conditions. And we're heading to Vilar de Barrio, Vilar de Barrio, and that's 25.5 kilometres, I think. So yeah, we're probably a little bit later than we want to get going on a 25-ish kilometre day, but sometimes you have such a pleasant stay, you just want to take your time in the morning. It's one of those mornings. Anyway, we've got some villages on the way. 6 kilometres we've got Laza, and then another 3.5 kilometres we've got another village with services. Then another 3.5 kilometres we've got another village. Well, that one's a hamlet, that's got no services. And eventually we'll reach our destination. So it's a cracking morning. It's just so nice, and this is what we've started out in, this beautiful Galician landscape. So we do have some hill climbing to do today, but from everything we've read, this is meant to be a particularly beautiful part of the Sanabres. So it was a peaceful walk. You didn't have to do anything. The hill just, it's downhill all the way, and it wasn't steep, and it just, your body just sort of flopped down the hill. It didn't feel like I was doing any work at all. And everywhere you looked were just breathtaking views. What a great start to today. These mountains have been beautiful. But now we're on a trail of sorts through this beautiful forested area, and I think we're about coming up to the 5k mark, so we're not very far from Laza. It actually came into view just before, so yeah, we'll stop there and have a coffee. We did have breakfast this morning. It was supplied by the accommodation that we stayed at As Eiras, and that was just fruit, a coffee and a piece of toast, which was great, but we're still going to have another coffee. We sort of like to take advantage of anything we can as we can, because you don't know when the next one's going to be. Like, is it going to be open at the next place? Will the bar be open? We've been pretty fortunate, I must admit. But I see on other YouTube channels that some people haven't been as fortunate, and that always sticks in the back of my mind. Okay, so let's get down the hill and see what Laza's all about. So we are now leaving Plaza. We stopped here for a little bit longer than we thought we would, but we needed to get some things done. So apart from the coffee that we had, we went to the pharmacy and got a couple of things, just band-aids and things for feet, so we don't get blisters. We don't get any more blisters. Went to the supermarket and got a few bits and pieces that we needed, and we found an ATM, and we went to the ATM and got some cash out. We do find that you need to keep cash with you. Not everywhere has got card facilities, well, in this part of the world anyway. So we were down, I think, to about our last 10 euros. So we've got some cash, which should get us through to Santiago now. So yeah, we're going to push on. We just saw the Danish couple. They actually stayed in As Eiras where we were, but they stayed at the Donativo there, and they showed us some photos. It was really nice inside, really homely, really cozy. Lots of food in there. So, all for donation, of course, but worth noting that if you don't want to go all the way to Laza on this trip, go to As Eiras. That's where we stayed. Beautiful accommodation. We had a lovely night, but they said they had a lovely night at the Donativo as well.
They had the place to themselves.
They had the place to themselves. I mean, there is only 4 beds there, but I don't think many people stay there, so something to keep in mind. All the food and everything is there. They had eggs and pasta, there's beer, vino, so everything you need is there for donation. So yeah, all right, 3.5 k's to the next little village that we go through, and I think we've got we're going to have some uphill into Albergia in about 6 or 7 k's time. So yeah, looking forward to that. Becoming a mountain man now. Just bring it on. Bring the mountains on. Coming into the little village or township of Sutelo Verde, which was about 3.5 kilometres from Laza, and that was a nice walk. Even though there was a bit of road walking, there was a sort of concrete verge to walk along, and the drivers were so considerate. 90% of them took a really wide berth. Wasn't like many cars anyway, but it's been a really slow morning, like a cruisy morning, partly because that's how we feel, just like cruising along. But it was hard to get out of Laza. People wanted to keep chatting. It's really rude just to drag yourself away. And so yeah, we had a chat with a couple of people there, and yeah, so that slowed us down a bit, but it was really nice chatting to them. Finding that this is a really nice part of the Camino and a really nice part of Galicia. So this is a little township. Apparently there's a bar here. We only had coffee 3.5 kilometres ago, so we're fine. Hello. But we just going to take the packs off and do a bit of rehydration before we continue on, because I think we've got another hamlet, or a little hamlet, to come to in about 3 kilometres time, and then from there we're going to start the climb to Albergia. Okay, we just stopped and rehydrated, and we're continuing on the way. Just saw a helicopter go over with like a water bombing helicopter. So I don't know whether there's a fire around. It does seem a little bit hazy, but I can't smell smoke or anything, and there's no warnings or anything. So keep an eye on that, I think. Right, we've got 3-ish kilometres to the next little village slash hamlet. And then according to the guidebooks, the ascent begins in earnest to Albergaria. Oh, we're already going uphill. Can't you tell? Oh, look, this, I tell you, when you've got beautiful countryside, it's just, it takes your mind off the effort of going uphill. Stunningly beautiful. We have gone past the 12-kilometre mark, I think 12.5 kilometres. We're just coming to the next little place, which is a sleepy little hamlet. Tamaselis, I think it is, Tamaselis. And, oh yeah, there's a sign there. And, yeah, it's starting to warm up. We just stopped briefly and put a few electrolytes in our water because we've got a big climb that starts immediately after this village. That is a decent climb. Yeah, get yourself prepared mentally for that one.
I don't understand.
I said get yourself mentally prepared for that one. It's a decent climb.
Yeah.
But it looks like we are coming to the top and there's a pilgrim having a rest. So yeah, be good to have a break from going uphill for a little while. It was a nice break. We took about 15 minutes and rehydrated. I think we're at about 3 kilometres to Albergaria, and that's the path in front of us. A little bit more uphill, just to remind you, you're still in the mountains. Beautiful mountains, I might add. We have just come out onto the road after coming through that forested area, and there was a lot of uphill, a lot more than we thought. Just before we stopped for that drink, I think we got it beat. We didn't have it beat. It's pretty much all uphill to the road with just a couple of flat spots, but anyway, the day's heated up, so it made it extra challenging. And I think we're now on this road all the way into Albergaria, or very close to it anyway. So yeah, about 2 k's to go. So we are coming into Albergaria, just gone past, well, just hit the 18-kilometre mark. So we're going to find that bar and stop for lunch. And wouldn't it be a tragedy if the bar wasn't open? Oh my God, I can't see that it wouldn't be on a Thursday. It's like about 1:30 in the afternoon. Isn't this place amazing? It's like a little room with shelves. We had a nice break there. Yeah, we have an Aquarius, Limon Aquarius, and queso bocadilla, but just, tostada was it? Queso tostada. It was nice. And some agua con gas, so we're completely rehydrated, and we were really lucky actually because he was due to close at 2. We got there after 2, and he stayed open for us and for the Danish pilgrims as well. So yeah, that's an amazing place. Apparently there's 7,000 to 8,000 shells in that little bar, and another 10,000 in the albergue. So I think the earliest one I saw was dating right back to 2009. Did you see any before that? No.
I'm not sure. I have to look at my photos.
So it's worth going in. It's a bit overwhelming actually. There's so many shells in there, hanging off the ceilings, on the walls. It is very impressive. It's become its own decor, hasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got 7.5 kilometres to go, and we'll reach Vilar de Barrio. And after all those hills, I'm kind of looking forward to it today. Getting to the end of the day's walk, getting back and relaxing. But, you know, it's not going to walk itself, so let's get going. We have arrived at Vilar de Barrio. Oh, that last 7k's dragged on a bit. Got really hot, I think. Beautiful views though. Really lovely surroundings to walk through. So we're going to find our accommodation now. Turn the camera around. Yes, looking forward to the accommodation and a shower, wash, clean my boots because I went up to ankle height in mud. I didn't even see it, just went splat. So I'll have to clean my boots as well. So this is our accommodation for tonight. This is the common area, the sitting area. And this is our room. Really traditional Spanish stone walls. Let's have a look, check the view out. Oh yeah, well, it's the countryside, isn't it? Wardrobe, TV, and ooh, lovely ensuite. Wonder if the shower works well. That's the question every day that we ask ourselves. But hello, I made it. Just it was hard today. Yeah, nice. Ooh, that's a nice light fitting too. Okay, so we have shower, washing, and we'll think about dinner then.